because of this event this week about the sexism. So I started this week. So I'm glad you came here, and I think we can split you in some rooms. It's 17, like I think 3 rooms.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, 2 rooms.
Yeah, 2 rooms. Okay. And my name is Aitor. I'm 24 years old, and I'm the first time host here. So be patient with me. And okay, guys, let's go. Today we talk about boundaries. Boundaries is like limits, you know. When you talk about respect someone, you have to know their limits, their boundaries, and how to deal with that, how to treat others, and how to put limits for yourself too. And this is the talk today for the start the sexism week, and I'm so excited about that. So enjoy, guys. And when you arrive at the small rooms, introduce yourselves, make someone leader to do some to make everyone comfortable to talk, and I think that is it. I'll send you questions here in the chat first for you know the how to discuss this topic. And that's it. Yeah. So this is the questions, and I stay here in the main room, but you can chat me whatever you want to ask to. And there's 2 rooms, 2 rooms, Phil.
Yeah, 2 rooms. Yeah,
2 rooms. Okay.
like 2 rooms. And then just to remember to we need a volunteer to be the leader in the small room to ask questions for the others. Okay, so this is going to help a lot. So one person needs to lead the conversation in the small room, so everybody else can speak. All right.
Yeah. Oh, if I make the automatically, I didn't have a main room, right? Or
Yeah,
no?
you can do like this: split in 3, and then
Okay.
delete one room.
Okay. Good. Good.
Split in 3 and then delete one. There is
Okay.
like a X, red X button. You can delete.
Yeah. Okay. So go, guys. You you have to accept this invitation to the small room. Okay.
Heitor, you can tell people on the broadcast message to present themselves.
Okay.
All right.
All right. So to everyone, how I sent the message to it's the
You click on breakout rooms, and then you're gonna see the list, and then on the bottom left, you're gonna see broadcast. Yes. Please, Serena. Serena wants to. Yeah.
I just wanna ask Heitor if he knows where's the thing we used to enter. I can find. Damn it!
Oh.
I have to work after, I don't know, 15 days, so I'm kind of lost.
Oh, we don't have ether. We have
oh, we have
CO2. I don't know.
Serena came just to ask him where the Ether.
Yeah, I don't understand.
Oh my god.
No, I'm asking the thing we use here.
Yeah. So, ow.
Where?
I don't know, girl. I don't know. So, guys, welcome here again. Leo, Ayrton, I don't see you after. So,
Found it.
what? Okay. Okay. Found it. Yeah. So, guys, the topic today it's about boundaries, and I have these questions here. But first, please introduce yourselves and tell your age, your city, and what you're doing. You you can keep going there. I think
I'm gonna
Leo.
start.
Oh, okay, Phil.
Yeah.
Yeah, start.
So, 32 years old from São Paulo, and I enjoy speaking with other people.
Yeah, thank you, man. Leo, you man.
Morning, guys. I am Leonardo. I am 25 years old. I am from Belém, but I live in São Paulo. And I like to walk and dance and learning something new.
Okay. Yeah, really nice. Ayrton, my
Hi.
man. And you.
Hi, you. Good morning,
Hey,
everyone. My
morning.
name is Ayrton, and I have 24 years old. And I'm from Brasilia. I'm living here, and I'm like so many things. But now I'm like to be here, learning with all of yours, and enjoy these years, this on hours.
Hey, nice, man, nice. Paola. Hey, morning.
Morning.
How how you doing? Who is Paola? Who is
Uh,
Paola?
well, in this morning, I'm great, man. Hello, everyone. My name is Paola. I'm 23. What do I like? I like to listen to music. I like reading. I like running, and I really like math. So I'm kind of nerd. That's it.
That is it. Okay, okay. Rogério, you.
Good morning, hello everyone. My name is Rogério. I'm from Pernambuco, but I live in João Pessoa. But right now I'm in Pernambuco, and I'm a musician, and I like to read. I like music, of course, and I'm here to practice my English. And few weeks ago, I entered this room, and I knew a lot of people, and it was very exciting.
Yeah, totally. Thank you for sharing. Anna, now you're here? Yeah.
And I'm here. I need to put some.
Some uniform.
I didn't open my camera because I was just with the uniform. So I need to put something for open my camera. I am 25 years old. I am always here on TNT wearing the same shirt. But today, no. I swear I wash this all the weeks, always. And I am a physiotherapist.
I changed mine too.
I didn't, but and I'm doing my master degree. And is this?
Okay. Thank you for sharing. Serena, you can go now. Serena here?
Yes, I'm just cutting my camera because I'm not. So I'm Serena. I'm 24. I live in Minas Gerais. I'm a scientist, master student in genetics and biochemistry. That's it.
Okay. Who left? I think André, you man. Tell about you.
Good morning, everyone. I am
Morning.
Andre. I have 21 years old and I live alone. But at this time, I am on the house of my family in Brasilia. So that's it.
Thank you so much. I think now we can start. And guys, the first question is, oh, I see it here and forgot now. First question is about how do you recognize someone else's boundaries, someone else's limits, and when you recognize them, how do you react from that? You understand the question?
A little.
Really,
Yeah.
really
Yeah.
hard.
Really hard, really hard. Started that. For you,
I have,
Phil.
I have
I
no
have-
idea. I have no idea. Like
Yeah.
maybe just a feeling or the reaction of the person, or like you need to start talking somehow, but maybe you push these boundaries, and I don't know, you need to recognize when you do that, to apologize. For example, in the beginning of the conversation here, I made a joke with Johnny,
Yeah.
and yeah, maybe I pushed the boundaries a little bit far. So I don't know. Then yeah,
You don't know how to recognize that. But
I
yeah.
have no idea. It's really hard.
Okay. But thank you for sharing. Thank you for sharing. What do you feel, Paola, about that?
Well, very difficult question, right?
Yeah.
I think that sometimes even that person that you are talking about doesn't know the limits. Sometimes you can say something that it's okay for you, but that person doesn't feel so comfortable with that question, that way that the conversation are going, and sometimes you can be a little bit confused if you can say this or not, and it's okay for that person that you are talking about. So I think that the most difficult part of having a conversation and having this fear of, oh, am I recognizing these boundaries or not? I think that is talking about this. Sometimes that person doesn't feel so comfortable for saying you. Yeah, it's not sometimes, it's a lot of times.
A lot
Most
of times.
times, yeah, that person doesn't feel comfortable of keeping going with that conversation, and will not tell you because that person is not comfortable for herself, himself, themselves. And
Yeah.
I think that taking a conversation, it's the most important but most difficult part of this, to recognizing the boundaries.
Yeah. I agree. Totally agree. Uh, Andrea, for you, man, what do you think about how to recognize the boundaries of the other people?
I think a basic thing we need to see in a person when we take a conversation, if he or she cross the arms, if the other people do that, is a signal you don't recognize so much the boundaries of this person.
Okay, we have time. Yeah, okay. Yeah, understand you. Thank you for sharing. Rogério, what do you think about?
Okay. I agree with Philip. it's very difficult to recognize what the boundary of the other people. But I think that we can just talking and sometimes asking if the other people is comfortable with the subject, and I think that
Yeah.
we can recognize with time. And in the first contact with the person, we don't know, because it's so hard to know. But
Yeah.
we can, in the first contact, we can is, I- begin a conversation with um, easy subjects, and with time we can we can explore another subjects, and
Okay.
and
Okay.
see and see if the other people
Are
is
comfortable with that.
comfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree. Agree. Paula, for you, Ana.
Yeah, I agree with Andre a lot, but I think
Fine.
we have another language. An example, as Felipe said a joke for Johnny. If this joke was for me, I can say something, oh no, no problem. But my body can say other thing. My
Yeah.
body say, no, I didn't like this joke. But I will give a smile and no problem.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
sometimes I'm not feeling comfortable, but I will not express this with my words. But and if we really want to keep going in any relationship, as with your boyfriends, husbands, or just with your friends,
Okay.
or just with your colleague, you need to say something after this joke or after someone broke the limits with you. Maybe don't say in the same time, because if
Yeah.
I'm not comfortable for talk. No, I didn't like. But in another time, send a message or make a call and say, no, I didn't like, please don't do it again. Because I think it's not fair. You don't feel comfortable and don't talk, because it's not good for any relationship. So I think we need to say we
Yes.
didn't
Totally.
like, or if you are in another point, like I'm saying when I'm not comfortable. But if I am doing the joke, I need to pay attention in the body expressions, and and be open for listening some feedback. Body language, yes, this.
Yes.
Yeah, can I share something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, I am the guy who makes jokes a lot, and I know I push the limits sometimes. And this is what Ana Paula said. It's exactly that. The person, she or he, will not say anything, but for
Express.
example, for me, my role, my responsibility is to pay attention, and then when in the right time to talk to someone, to the person. For example, Johnny's situation. I know Johnny, and like we talk, and like, but if even in this situation, hey Johnny, I made a joke. I don't know if you felt okay with that. So I'm sorry. Do you want to say something? Do you want to talk about this? So I think that's what really helps. And I have been doing this like at work. Sometimes you get an intimacy with someone, and then you start playing or making jokes, but sometimes the person doesn't like. And I know I am like I'm crazy sometimes with jokes, and yeah, it's a flaw,
Oh,
and it's something really bad. So I really pay attention, but yeah.
yeah. Okay. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for sharing. Uh, Leo, Leo in there, you don't. Leo, you man, what do you think about it?
I think that there is some levels of boundaries, and that are people who have more boundaries, and there are people who will have no boundaries. So I think that it's a it's a, maybe complicated to recognize what is your limit with other person, and it's really hard to someone uh, when we are across this line of the boundary, and it's hard to talk to other people about it. But I think it's necessary, as Ana Paula said. We need to express when we felt that someone crossed that line with us, and I think it's that.
Yeah, totally agree too. And Ayrton, you man.
Hi. It's the things difficult to see how the I'm think Philip say. I'm a people too that I'm joke so much. So many sometimes I'm past the limits because I'm don't the people it's not for so much familiar for me, and when I'm past these limits, the boundary of the people, of course I'm ask apologize. But one thing that I'm thinking is sometimes the people like I don't know. I'm thinking NSA. The people sometimes say it's no problem, but your body say something different. But I'm think sometimes happen the people sometimes she the people you she don't like when you pass for the limits for the boundaries with her, but that people like some pass of these limits with the other people when he or she is the personal and speak something that in personally he don't like, but he like it to make a joke with the people that think, but the same thinking happening with yourself they don't like. I'm thinking understand what I'm think about it.
Yeah, totally agree. Serena, you're there. Serena here or not? Okay. Yuri, you man, the first question, it's about how we recognize the other's boundaries, the other's limits, and how do you react from them?
Good morning, guys.
Yeah.
Uh, how to recognize it's hard, I think, but we have two sides of in this subject. I think the person that have the limits, the boundaries, and the person who is trying to understand these limits. I think that we have to do things. It's not just talking. You have to talk, but we have to we need to have some actions to know the limits.
Yeah.
If we don't do this, this is not a human relationship. This is normal, but we have a point here, important point. The theme, the themes of this week is sexism. So in this case, it's a little bit different. It's
Yeah,
something more deep. You need to understand more, because it's not a normal relationship where everybody's okay, everybody's, you know, is trying to be respectful. And if we are talking about two persons, and two guys, a guy, a man, a girl, doesn't matter, you know, but they are respectful, they respect each other, but they are trying to understand what are the limits, what can I say to the other, and okay, this is good. But if we are talking about sexism, it's different. We have to, you know, we have to be aware, we have to be more careful about this, I think. And how do I react from that? I
Yeah.
don't understand this question, but okay, how do I react
When
when
you
I recognize?
Yes.
Okay, I try to respect these boundaries. Okay,
This.
try to respect. I don't know if I can do it every time, because sometimes the boundaries of other people, of other person, is something related to my personality. You know, for example, I like to do something that the other doesn't like, and this kind of reach his or her limits. You know, but it's not something bad. But I do it because it's mine. It's about beauty. I can't change everything because of others' boundaries every time. It's not good, because we have our personality, and we need to respect it. But sometimes it's not about this. It's about other things, you know. That's it. I don't know if I'm
I can understand you. I can understand you.
okay. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you for sharing.
That's it.
Serena, you're there. You're there. I saved you for the
Yeah.
last.
Yeah, why?
So, why?
Doesn't
You
matter.
can talk. You can talk. Yeah.
Anyway, I think it's simple, you know. You just have to pay attention to the person. It's not that hard because
Pay attention in
everyone
what?
gives everyone gives signals, you know, about how they are feeling. Doesn't matter if they're speaking with words or body language or whatever. They show. Sometimes it's so subtle because we grow up and we are teach to hide our feelings and not expose and accept everything as normal, but it's not. And we have to pay attention. You have to care. So this way you can recognize the other boundaries and how you react about it. It's like, okay, sometimes I will not understand, but I have the obligation to respect.
Okay, nice. Thank you, girl. So I think we can put uh some question like, hmm, guys, we talk about recognize them, and the first ones like I think Paola and Andre too said about asking. You believe that by asking you are offending someone else? Asking, and why? And why? What do you think, Anna? What do you think?
I
You
can start.
you make oh, Ayrton, you can start. You can start.
Uh, I'm I'm thinking for me it's the best way you can you know the limits of the people, the boundaries of the people. But I'm see that sometimes for some peoples, for someone asking the boundaries, it's not the best way of you you know the limits, your boundaries. But I'm think sometimes we need to be a simple, because for me it's the way more simple to understand the other people. It's you asking, you can asking with the best way, with the polite way. You need to think what the words you will use. But I think the best way, because you don't if you don't ask, it's for me it's more difficult to sometimes understand, because how the people says here. Sometimes the people don't like, but your body says something different. But if you think that way, you never understand why the limits of the people, why the boundaries. So for me, it's the best way if you ask him. You have to think the best way, the best words you will use for asking the people. I'm thinking it is. I'm like the rocket.
Thank you for sharing. Yeah. And you can go. Oh, Paola, I know. I try. No, don't care. Okay. Yeah. Keep going.
I would like to say that having this conversation can make me, can make you, and can make everyone feeling more comfortable of saying our limits, of saying that this is okay for us and this is not okay. But we have to have this kind of conversation about boundaries, you know, to make me, to make you, to make everyone more comfortable of saying our limits. But asking, it's not every time the best way of knowing, because there are a lot of times that you can, I can tell you that I was uncomfortable and nobody asked me. But if someone asked me at that time, probably I would say no, it's okay for me. But it was not, because I was not comfortable. And even having this conversation a lot, sometimes we can't not be comfortable of saying that at that time, you know. I think that it's our feeling, it's the way that we are created, the people around us, the media, and a lot of things made us thinking about everything. We have to be perfect. We have to be okay with someone says to us, because we don't want to be rude with the other people. So I think that asking is important, but sometimes we are not feeling okay to say to you, okay? Sometimes we are okay of saying some days before, after this. Sometimes we are just not okay of telling you. So it's very difficult to understand the boundaries and to say for people, for another one, for my mother, my father, the guy that I don't know who is. It's very difficult. It's a very complicated situation, and we have to talk. But talk is not will not make everything good, and butterflies will fly in our day. So it's very deep situation. It's very difficult.
Now I found someone for structure my thoughts, and I think if you ask me, I will say I don't know. I never pass for this situation, so I don't know how to say if I will feel comfortable or no. And if you are talking with someone that don't know how to say stop with a simple joke, that person will we don't know how to say stop for a big problem. So I think I am this kind of person. I don't know how to say stop when I don't know if I feel comfortable or no. So go ahead. I never pass for the situation, so I don't know to explain. And I think something that is so important. If I say no, Heitor, stop with this, you will say, why? I don't know why. I just want you to stop. I don't feel comfortable. So if I know you will,
you know, that's just fine because you're not comfortable. That's okay. You can explain.
But I am sure most of the time the people will ask why. What I did? I don't know what you did. I just know I don't feel comfortable. And if I say I am not comfortable, I don't want to go hands with the topic. I don't know. I don't want to explain. I don't know to express myself. just want to stop. So, and when you ask, it's so hard because the other people don't want to share, don't want to go ahead with the topic. So if you realize about the body language is more, I don't know, effective. I don't know, but sometimes I don't feel comfortable with someone asking, did I do something that make you upset? So I will explain about what I feel, and it's so long. It's hard. I am confused.
Okay, but thank you for sharing. I understand. Yeah. And I don't know, Leo, you have something to.
Yeah, I think that that's a limit in some questions. If you are past the limits of in some personal questions, I think, for example, it's normal someone to ask about genital of transgender people, and it doesn't matter to you, and nobody needs to ask about it, and it's not something to ask about. So I think that it's an example of that how much a question can offend someone. And for example, you said that that it's a it's a characteristic mine, but everyone has a characters that it's not good. So even a characteristic we need change to get it better, and we don't know how to get better this characteristic if someone don't said to us that it's offensive, that's not good, and we need to think about when we make something wrong.
Thank you, man. Thank you for sharing this. I know, Ayrton, you have something to add?
I'm the first people to speak about
Oh,
what I.
yeah, yeah.
But these days don't have not
Okay.
for anymore.
Serena, you're there. You have to. You
Give me a
wanted to.
second. I need to.
Can I add something
Phil,
really quick?
go.
I think some situations, if you're asking something, you are offending the person. So, like if the person is telling that is offended or is uncomfortable, don't ask anything else. Just accept that. You know, it's simple as that in the situation.
Yeah. Serena, you.
If I had to give a simple answer, and like if I believe that asking will offend someone else, I would say maybe, because sometimes it's not only about what you ask but how you ask, and sometimes it's about what you ask, because sometimes even the question is set up the boundaries. Because if you don't know me, it's very uncomfortable for me if you make me personal questions. It's a question, but it's offensive. You know, I don't have to expose my private life. I think that depends the level of intimacy, and the people very often confuse intimacy with affinity. Sometimes we're very affinity, we talk a lot, but we don't have intimacy, so you don't have to ask me private questions. So yes, asking questions can be offensive. You know, that's what I.
Yeah, thank you. Rogério, you.
Okay. I agree with the guys that talk about this subject, and I think that everybody has a personal power that can use when they need. Like I can say no without explain. I can say I can say yes if I want, and there is no problem in say yes or no, and the other people need to understand that it's my boundaries when I say no and when I say yes. And I think that everybody has this power, but sometimes there is some people that doesn't use this power, and it's a little difficult to understand when someone the when someone say yes, but they they would like to say no, and it's a little difficult. But I I understand. I can understand when someone do this because it's about a self acknowledgement, because sometimes we we don't know enough about ourselves, and sometimes we even don't know what is our boundaries, and we need to understand what is our boundaries, and we can use our personal power to to say no and yes explain without explain, and they it's like a feeling. I think that when I see someone that use their personal power, I can feel, I can understand without the words. I can, because uh, it's like the person taking his place, his um taking his place, and it's like a power. I think that I can define this, they think, like a power, but we can't say this in words because it's hard to say in words. I and that's it.
Okay, thank you for sharing. Andre, you man.
Yeah, I think it's a matter of how do you ask, which words do you choose to build your question? Because if you are kind with the person and uh, ask to see if the people are comfortable or not, as I say, if you chose the correct words, you can show to the person you cares about him or she. So you just not to cross the line of the person. I think it's just that.
Yeah, thank you. Yuri, man, I wanted to add something before the people come back.
Yes. The second question: you believe that by asking you're offending someone else? Yes, I believe that. I believe that we need to be aware of the questions we. It's like Serena said, it's it's not always about what you ask, but how you ask and why and when. Yes, there's a moment for everything. You need to know if the others are open to answer that question, And we need to be more, I don't know how to say that in English, but we need to understand more the others, and try to make question that's not so hard. I don't know. That's it. It's really hard, a really hard thing.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, I bring back the people now because almost there.
Let me just add something.
Yeah.
I think that sometimes people use the excuse like, "Oh my gosh, I was just making a simple question," and sometimes it's not like that. It's
Yeah.
not a simple question, especially men. They ask about your private life, and when you get uncomfortable, they say, "Oh, you're being overreacting. I'm just making a question. It's not just a question. You are stepping a boundary. That's what it is. Just that."
Yeah, and we had a situation on TNT last week that a guy was just asking, "Hey, how are you?"
Yeah.
It was just a "How are you?" Just a "How are you?"
It's never just a question.
Yeah,
You know,
and that's
we
why
have,
I put it like this.
yes, we have years of experience and history to prove that. Not just a question. It's stepping in a boundary. It's push the limit of someone. It's too much.
So imagine, for example, I don't know, any girl here, and then a guy that you have never seen before, even on TNT, and then the guy just say, "Hello," like just hello, just you
Just
already know what's
Bitch,
behind.
please.
You already know what's behind that, especially for girls that that's I think that's the reason most girls on Telegram or other platforms they don't use pictures because it's really bad. Yeah, and that's the reason we are talking about this because what happened last week.
Yeah, I think people come back. Yeah, but and I want to know in the other small rooms what you talking about. I don't know, Ana Clara. You tell me.
Hi. So we talked about how recognize and everyone share about body language. You respect the reaction of the person if they are sorry if they are answer you. And before that we talked about we and Laine share something that we pass even here in TNT or in other social medias like Instagram, and how difficult is being a woman sometimes in this environment. So it was very nice the conversation, and the guys Isaú and Leandro listen us and share, and it was very important because when we are sharing, they can understand a little and try to change this. So thank you again.
Hey, thanks so much for sharing. The other room is about Tracy, Daniel. What do you talk about, guys? Danielle, Tracy, anyone here?
Hi, good morning.
Hey, Mariana too. Yeah.
Well, I will talk again what I said in a room about a personal situation that I was with some friends, and I just met a guy, and I said to him that I study psychology, and he studied philosophy. So he just started to ask me some complex questions about philosophy that I didn't know yet because I was in the beginning of the course. So that makes me feel so uncomfortable that I just met a guy and he wants to text me some way, and you know I just wanted to share this.
Thank you for sharing. Thank you for sharing. The guys that have in other rooms too. Oscar, you
Yes,
here? Yeah.
I can
Oscar,
hear you.
what you talk about, man? Tell us what you think too.
Okay. So my group was Daniel, Trace, and Mariana, and we were covering the questions. I was the host, the leader, for the first time in my life, so I felt weird. But it was easy finally while I was asking them. They were so polite, they were open, they were expressing themselves. Well, let me remember something. Yes, Marina explained about her experience. And in that case, well, I think that the guy was trying to put her in a difficult situation where she could eventually find herself stupid, but it's not the case. I think that the guy, well, has a mental problem and he was trying to be better in that way. But I should have given advice to her that was like this. In that case, you can ask to, or you can reply to him. It's not necessary because you're not testing me and you are not my professor. So I saw this behavior before, and for me, it doesn't make any sense. What else? I think that this dialogue, this conversation is productive because it's going to open the minds of some people and it's going to have an educational purpose for all of us. So that's my point. It's a huge subject that can be discussed along the life, actually. And that's it. So I hope to continue with the meetings along this week.
Yeah, we call that mansplaining.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Thank you for sharing. Anyone had something to sharing too? Anyone? I don't know. Is Elaine? Is Elaine you there? Yeah.
Yes, I am.
Yeah.
So
How's to you?
I think it's a really interesting topic because more than we respond this question, we can tell our vision as a woman and how happened with us, and we can share what happened with us. And I think was really interesting the guys listeners, and we can see a lot of things happen on internet, because in internet is more easy these things happen. And um, and this is it. It's really good, interesting, and we need to really talk about this. And always no is no. You can respect that. It's not just no, it's maybe. No, it's a no.
Yes, totally. And I have a question about that. How often you say no to the other people's and you feel guilty about that? We not want you not to would to be guilty about saying no, and sometimes it's really necessary, and sometimes and this is depends of the respect of the others too. And if we respect uh, with, I think we can make this conversation about boundaries, make this uh, connection and easier to know about that, and to understand other people, to understand the limits, to understand why I can't ask, why when we talk a lot of this in this group. So anyway, it's almost finished there. I wanted to thank you so much. Thank you guys for spending this time in the morning. I would love to be the host of this. It was my first meeting and I love this. And thank you so much. Uh, and that is it. That is it.
I would like to add something, just
Oh, go
very
ahead.
quick.
Yeah.
I would like to reinforce that set boundaries is not only about sexism. I think it's an important thing for everyone. because help us to create healthy relationships in life. And yes, despite the fact that women are more often affected by that, I think it's a healthy attitude for everyone to recognize your own limitations and set your own boundaries and explore and respect the others. And in this way, I think we can build a better community and better relationships with others. It's just that.
Yeah, thank you for sharing.
Anna?
So,
Yeah, Anna wanted to say something. No.
no,
I just wanna.
Your finger.
Yeah, I just wanna thanks everyone. I want to thank everyone, and especially Tor for being the first of the week, the first host of the week. It's a huge responsibility. We are bringing this sexism topic all the week long for all the TNTs, all right? And it's going to be tough. It's really hard, and uh, and it's really important more than anything. Okay, so we had few situations on TNT that people made other people uncomfortable. Okay, so we do not accept any of this. We had to block a host because of this. We had to block one or two participants because of this, including on the last happy hour. So we are taking care of everybody. We are looking after everybody, and we need help to look after each other. So to take care of each other. Okay. So this is a safe environment, and we'll keep this way. All right. So it's not difficult to make this happen. It's not difficult. We just need to, I don't know, pay attention somehow, or yeah. And if you have any situation that you feel uncomfortable, let us know. Any of us, okay, on the chat or Telegram or in here, email, whatever. Just let us know. All right, Heitor, congrats, man, and
hey, thank you.
And with all that said, I would like to announce that our next meeting is 1 p.m. Don't forget
Yeah, Serena,
don't
yeah.
forget to schedule. The next topic will be about gender roles, biology, and sexism, and it will be very nice. Yes, I will
Yeah.
put biology in the middle. Important.
very
A
good.
great merchant, a great merchant, yeah.
Yeah. Subscribe on the channel.
Yeah.
Give her a like. We're live on YouTube, so I have to make this,
Yeah.
you know, vlogging. See you guys later because I need to work. Bye.
Yeah,
Bye-bye.
guys. See you. Thank you so much again. And we have so many questions. This group we spent 1, 2, or 3.
Yeah.
I don't know, but you can think about it. You can take this question for yourselves and think to search about it. And thank you so much.
Yeah. Thank you. Bye bye. See you.
Bye, guys.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you,
Thank you.
guys.
Bye.
Hey,
Bye bye.
thank you, guys.
Bye.
Cheers. Yeah. Turn off the lights. Yeah, I love the
Congrats. Bye bye.
Oh, thanks, Leo. Bye, guys. Bye, guys. 1, 2, 3.